Hey guys, this is a video for a thoracic spine mobilization using the foam roller. Any foam roller really will do, a longer one better, but a short one will also work. And a PVC, you can also use a barbell, a technique bar, or any piece of bar there. Let me show you and walk you a little bit through some of the points of performance, and then I'll tell you the purpose of this mobilization, and that will give you even more insight on what to look for when you're performing it. So I'm gonna start here. I'm gonna grab my PVC, start pretty wide depending on your flexibility, but start pretty wide. And then I'm gonna put the foam roller right on top of the upper part, on the middle of my scapula actually, right there. And the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm gonna bridge. And while I'm bridging, I'm twisting my pelvis up. So I'm showing my junk to myself. I know that's a weird cue, but it's very effective. So I'm here, there, and then what I'm trying to do is I'm gonna inhale, I'm gonna push, I'm gonna bring the barbell up while I'm pushing all my body down. So my torso is going down as a unit, right? So I'm not arching. I'm actually trying to bring the whole thoracic and lumbar spine as a unit down. And I'm keeping the elbows where they are and kind of keeping the arms straight. That is fundamental. And then I'm creating a lot of tension on the arms. You can think about bringing the bar up, but I'm not really moving the arm, right? So that's not what I want. Good, and so I'm gonna inhale, extend the arms aggressively, bring the torso down as a unit, and then when I exhale, keeping the torso as is, I'm gonna relax and let the butt down. Let me show you one cycle. So I'm gonna be here, arms are extended, I bridge up, rotate my pelvis, so I'm showing my junk to myself. Now I'm gonna inhale, push, exhale, relax. One more time, inhale, push, exhale, relax. And one more time, inhale, push, exhale, relax. And that is it. If the PVC is not doing it for you, go ahead and try it with the barbell. That way you'll be a lot more successful at creating tension there on your arms. Good. Why do we do this thoracic mobilization like this? Why we don't just extend, right? Like what you'll see is that more people will get into amazing ball and just flop like that, and that feels really good for a lot of people. And feels like a good stretch. Why don't we do that? Because that is you're not practicing control there, right? And what you have to remember is that mobility is not achieving range of motion, it's controlling ranges of motions. Everybody can go into the bottom of a squat, if I ask them, but not everybody can do that properly or with control or load, right? So you need to be able to not only think about the range of motion, but the control. What happens with most people and thoracic flexibility is that most people will be able to extend the back, right? Like my upper back, I can extend it. This is really not a problem for most people, right? Achieving this range of motion is not a problem. Problems start to happen when I have to go overhead, right? Or when I have to keep my lumbar and my pelvis aligned. That's when the thoracic flexibility starts being a problem. And that makes sense because again, I can go here all day, but as soon as I bring my arm up, some people can only do this to bring their arm up, right? So some people have to compensate lack of mobility on the shoulder with hyperextension of the thoracic spine, or so on, a lot of things like that. And so what this drill does is, think about what we're doing. We're keeping the shoulder joints very stable, we're extending the arm aggressively, and then we're trying to extend the arm even farther back, right? Keeping good position here while we're teaching your body to keep a straight alignment of the spine, right? So it's not just being able to extend, it's actually being able to stay stacked with control, and we're aiding you with a foam roller and a PVC, so that more than just working the thoracic spine extension and flexion, which again most people can do, we're working on what most people need. That is the relationship between this movement here and being able to keep good thoracic extension or flexion, or in this case neutrality, which is what we need when we're thinking about snatches, when we're thinking about jerks, pressing anything overhead, handstands, right? And so that explains our drill here. Let me show you one more rep. This time I'll do it with the barbell, and that way you'll be able to see a whole cycle. And so remember, I'm gonna start with the barbell on my scapula, and you can move that with the roller in my scapula, right? This is already a place of a lot of stretching. I'm trying to extend my arms and rotate my elbows so that they point towards the ceiling right there, and that is gonna feel like a stretch already. Good. So now I'm there. First thing is I'm gonna bridge up by rotating my pelvis this way, so I'm showing myself my junk, again, awful but effective cue. And I'm here, and I'm gonna inhale, push that bar, bring the torso down, push that bar, bring that torso down as a unit, don't arch, right? So I'm here, and exhale, relax. Keep bringing the torso as a unit. One more time, bridge up, inhale, push, bring the barbell, bring the torso down, exhale, relax. And repeat. And if you test and retest, you'll feel that your shoulder extension is so much better. And again, what we're teaching your body there is how to go to the positions that we want. Anyhow, when I'm doing this for a warm-up, I usually go for like sets of 10 or 15 cycles. If I'm staying on one place, I can move the roller down a little bit. I wouldn't go past my thoracic cage, right? So the bottom of my rib cage will be the lowest that I will go. So I will stay in a very limited range. And I could go like vertebra by vertebra and do 2 cycles per vertebra, another option. Play with what you want, but remember, the main thing here is to think of the purpose of integrity of the arm, straight, remember rotation by pointing the elbow this way, arm straight, and keeping the rib cage, the pelvis and the spine aligned. Those are the main